Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to take a look today at things called compensators. Now this here, that's front of the muzzle, this is called a cuts compensator. The cuts compensator was placed on the model, the Thompson model 1928. The compensators come in different kind of designs, but the function remains the same. The function behind a compensator is as the bullet travels down the barrel, the gas pressure which launches down the barrel, this vents through these cuts at the top, and the theory is that it reduces what's known as muzzle flip or muzzle climb, which is important in semi-auto fire, or definitely in full auto fire, because in full auto fire the muzzle will just keep climbing. So when they saw that happening in the model of 1919, the model of 1921 and other, because submachine guns were kind of in their infancy at this stage, they decided that this cuts compensator was going to do what it says in the tin. It's going to compensate for muzzle flip and muzzle climb. Now you see here, it's just a series of cuts along the top of the barrel. In modern firearms and modern revolvers and modern pistols, these are kind of integrated into the very front of the barrel with either cuts or a series of holes which vents the gas out the top and prevents muzzle climb. Now on bolt action rifles you're not going to be firing that quickly, so a compensator isn't really required unless you're firing something absolutely massive, in which case it's going to reduce the recoil. But yeah, there we go. The cuts compensator on the model, Thompson model 1928. Now let's take a look at another one. Okay, so this is an AKM. It's made, I think you've seen this channel before, 1976. I think it's made in Itchmesh. Itchmesh. Not quite sure if I'm saying that correctly. But the compensator here is nothing more than a kind of diagonal cut at the business end of the barrel. Now this is what I could describe as uncomplicated, but it does what it says in the tin. You know, it is when as the bullet comes out, the gas is going to be vented through the top, reducing muzzle flip and reducing muzzle climb. As this is a deactivated rifle, I'm never going to be able to put this one to the test and see how well or how badly does it work. But it must have worked at some point, or worked to a sufficient degree to for the Soviets to continue making this style of compensator. But as with a lot of things in the Soviet world, yeah, extremely uncomplicated, but it does what they wanted it to do. Okay, so this is my L1A1. We see the compensator here. This is actually a 5-slot compensator. Now the British, when they went with the FAL design, even though it was made under license in the UK, they didn't go with the standard Belgian FAL flash suppressor and compensator. They had a design of their own. I think initially it was a 3-slot compensator, and later a 5-slot compensator. This one is a 5-slot. Now, I'm not quite sure how later that came around, because this rifle was made in 1960, so it's a pretty early production. But you see it there. Now this does work very well as a compensator. I don't get very much muzzle climb on this. I get no muzzle climb on it now because it's converted now to be a bolt action. But yeah, this one works extremely well as a compensator and as a flash suppressor. So there we go. that's just a very, very brief look at compensators and what they do. Hope that you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it informative. Please like, please subscribe. Any comments, please put them down below, and I'll chat to you again soon.